Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. I want to start this video. Got these Sour Patch Kids in my mouth. Yeah, one of my favorite. But listen, man, we got some videos coming right down the pipe. Pause. For you who, I want to start out with my brother Charisma 808. What I'm gonna do, Charisma, is I'm gonna put both of your last content by request in this one. Part 2, talking about people with disabilities, how to go about that in this world. Part, driving while black, do's and don'ts. We're gonna combine both of those in this video, so I won't keep forgetting about them. Let's start with the disabilities. First of all, don't believe you autistic just because somebody told you that. Because if you look at the characteristics of people on the spectrum, I mean, you'd be like, everybody on the spectrum then. Rocking, come on, man. All while I was a kid, my head got flat because I would rock myself to sleep. Still ended up with over 140 IQ, but who keeping score, man? I ain't bragging. Rocking, pulling your hair. I mean, I used to make, like, when I'm doing something, when I'm relaxing, sometimes I used to do this to my hair, twist my hair up. How is a person slow over that, or autistic, whatever you want to? Come on, man. And then all the while we watch people who have never been diagnosed with any form of mental illness act like basket cases all day long, killing people for no reason or stupid reasons, busting windows. Like, I know autistic people. We got autistic people in our family. Who doesn't? Everybody does. But I used to bust glass just because I thought it was funny when I was a kid. So, okay. So he's autistic for busting glass, but this dude ain't. So the first thing I want to say is, don't just, when people try to diagnose, especially if you black and there's other races doing it, they're trying to say everything wrong with you. Okay, what's wrong with you? Don't ask them that. But be like, okay, what's wrong with you, Miss Perfect? You know what I mean? So you never accept that. You do all you can in terms of your diet, in terms of, if you know how to read, I'm sure you do. Reading books. If you know somebody that they trying to say is autistic, just make sure you do all you can to help them develop as much as they can. Learn how to read, learn how to count, eat right. Because a lot of this stuff is diet. It'd be stuff that get in your bloodstream, the Gargamels of the world, we'll just call them. Some of these dudes is like Gargamel. Remember how Gargamel was always trying to come up with potions to hurt the Smurfs so he could either eat them or destroy them to get their village? Remember that? If you didn't have the luxury of growing up in my generation, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. People in their late 30s, 40s, and 50s and beyond know Gargamel, how Gargamel used to get down. Now that little sweet juice want to go down the wrong way. On the Smurfs. Dr. F, I'm gonna just say, remind me of Gargamel. I ain't gonna say his name because then they gonna try to shadow ban the video. But y'all know who I'm talking about. That's Gargamel 2024. Say it ain't. So, don't just sit back and accept it. Don't waddle in self-pity. If you struggle with learning, just find the way, or you know somebody that struggle with learning, find a way to help them learn things. It's really not a whole lot of things you need to learn in this world. You need to learn about God. You need to learn how to read, learn how to write, learn how to count. You know, all that. Don't get mad at yourself because you don't know algebra and all that. I was not good at algebra. It's weird because most people say geometry was harder. I was better at geometry than algebra, and it could have just been the teacher. I had a teacher named, what was his name? Mr. Grabowski or Grabkowski or something like that. He was very good at explaining things, and I ended up getting good grades in geometry, whereas when I was in algebra, that was before they put me in the program for the academically talented. I had a teacher that I'm not gonna mention her name that liked it, the bad kids, and just was always joking around and playing. So you couldn't learn. Like for instance, she'll do this. She'll start explaining something, and then it end up playing with the bad kids for like 10 minutes. So you was trying to learn what she was explaining, but then she'll stop and start playing with the bad kids. And then you be asking her and they coming up to her and stuff. I was glad when they got me out of that unit. Like, I'm trying to learn. These dudes is not trying to learn. They in class playing. They used to be talking all loud and stuff. I'd be sitting there like, man, would you shut up? But I just said, you know, when they was like, we're looking at your grades, and because I was missing a lot of school and I still had above average grades. I was missing a lot of school because I just didn't want to be around. Like I just wanted to sleep. Or, you know, some of them people I just didn't want to be around. I didn't like high school. If you look at, now I was cool with some of them. They don't, you know, I still keep in touch with some of them, the ones that I was cool with. But you look at my attendance in elementary and middle school, and you look at my attendance in high school, you'll see. Like, I just didn't like how some of those guys used to be looking, like how they be staring at you and stuff. And I almost got into it with a couple guys over there. I'm looking at them like, dude, why every time I come on this bus, you staring at me? And there was one particular dude I was finna ask him, but one day he was doing it again. I got on the bus and I just looked at him like, I ain't even say nothing. After that, he stopped doing it, so I ain't had to say nothing to him. Like, I was finna ask dude, like, man, why you always staring at me, man? Like you tough or something. But getting back to it, if people trying to tell you this, you that, y'all ever notice how the slow people focus on who's slow? I mean, they be having drug problems. They can't stand a relationship, and it's them. They don't take care of themselves. Like, they smoke and drink and everything. And hopefully his phone ain't gonna keep ringing. But they saying everybody else is slow. Okay, let's look at your body of work. Are you slow? No, I ain't slow. Okay, so everybody that's not addicted to drugs, that's not having sex with bums, that finishes school, that don't be in and out of jail, so all of them is slow? Yeah, okay. And then if you notice, like, I work in jail environment. Those guys always trying to call somebody slow. Ninja, you can't even stay out of trouble. That's a brain thing. I can control my temper anytime I want. I can go without and not steal and commit crimes. But people like me are slow and people like you are sharp. The devil is a liar. How about that? Who told you that? The devil? Okay. Now I understand why you can't stay out of trouble. So listen, don't listen to people with that. You ain't gonna know how to do everything. Some people is confined to wheelchairs. Figure out a way to enjoy your life. You talking about, well, I can't never get no woman, man. I'm in this wheelchair. Do your wing ding work? Yeah, my wing ding work. Man, go. See, good what I'm saying. Now, I'm not advocating for buying a bit. But there are people in the world that probably should. Ain't no way, if I was in a wheelchair and women just was bypassing me, thinking they gonna break my stick. You know how women think. They think those guys in the wheelchair, they think they gonna hurt them or something. I'm gonna go right and pay for it. You got Facebook, or not Facebook, you got Craigslist back page, you got Seeking Arrangement, you got options. And there's streets that you could go right to that street. What is it, Figueroa in Los Angeles? You gotta watch out for robbers, I'm sure. Because they know dudes come over there and got money. But just keep your foot on the gas. But ain't no way. And don't let your quote unquote righteousness keep you from getting a little bit of a nip. From getting you a little something. You gonna let that, trust me, man, the Most High wants you to get it. Why you think he gave you all them sperm cells? Not to use so they can rot inside you? Y'all know what happens to milk when it just sits. I mean, some of this stuff is common sense, man. So, you do all you can. Read, write, watch YouTube, learn how to do this, learn how to do that. Learn about nonverbal cues, how to recognize them. Because that's how people, like this is how stuff happens to people that may be disabled. Is they don't be knowing how to recognize those nonverbal cues sometimes. And the people, they be trying to hang with people who don't even like them, who don't do nothing but make fun of them. You know? I always felt like it was my job to protect those type. But like even in our group that we forming, it's a unified group, so I'm sure there's gonna be some disabled people in our group. Better not mess with them, though. I'm gonna tell you, we finna show y'all something. But if you got cousins that you think, because they might be further along than you. People put labels on people. They autistic, or they this, they that. Meanwhile, you can't even do well in school. That person you saying is autistic is better at schoolwork than you. Okay, so what's wrong with you? Stop labeling people. You got cousins like that? Don't treat them like that. Them your cousins. Deal with them. You dogging your cousin out, dogging your uncles out, stuff like that, because you think this and that. got their parents all feelings hurt and stuff. Why ain't they playing with my kids? Cause you're a goofball. You just goofy like that. And then what's crazy, I remember some years back, this one guy was telling me about his cousin. He said that about his cousin. He tried to say, well, my cousin a little autistic and all he want to do is play the game. And he be stinking, and then some other stuff he tried to say. I said, well, that's still your cousin. You can't, why would you, look where you at. You in detention. True. He was saying true. I said, so if you would have played the game more, who's to say you would have gotten in all this trouble? So his cousin used to ask him to hook him up with girls and stuff like that. He said, man, I don't want to hook him up, man. He's a lame, bro. How is he a lame? Because he'd rather play video games than get in trouble. See, that's what's wrong with you ninjas. You think you cool because you go to jail. That's why when I work in these environments, I'm not trying to hear it, man. Man, I be standing on these dudes. They be talking all that old goofy stuff like they better than somebody or something. Like, I don't know who telling y'all that. These white folk gassing you. They gassing you because they want you to be comfortable in them environments so you can keep coming to them while they collecting money and talking about you at the dinner table like you still in slavery. But y'all can't see it. Y'all think y'all cool by getting all these tattoos and committing crimes. What's cool about crime? You think smart people like intellectuals view crime as cool? No. So you just gotta push through it if it's you. Do all you can do in life, and if it's somebody else, you show them just how to keep pushing. Like, I remember this one girl, I was watching a YouTube video. They were saying she was autistic. Her boyfriend was teaching her how to drive a car. See, stuff like that. That's why, and that's another reason why y'all keep dealing with these women who are allegedly not autistic or nothing like that. But look how they act. Look how they act. Whereas you can find a girl that appears to be that way, then maybe not, maybe so, maybe not. And you just build that person up, and that person will probably be more loyal to you. But y'all want the girls that everybody else had, man. Ain't no way. I ain't trying to be nasty, but if I put my face, and I know a state gang out there, be on there with black round. But if I was to put my face in between a woman's legs and it smell like fish, that ain't the kind of fish I want to smell and taste. I want to smell and taste the fish with the little flat eye that be looking buck when he died. Not that kind of fish. I don't want that fish. Human fish is not ready for consumption, as you ask me. But it's like people put these labels on people. And none of us is perfect. Like, we all have done dumb things. We say dumb things. I be looking at them dudes in jail like, you know what you need to do? You need to shut up and go learn some skills. And one day, I'm going to tell them, just not now. Like, man, you need to shut up and go learn some skills, man. You talk too much. You think you tough. You need to take that toughness and go make some millions out of it that ain't gonna get you locked up. These dudes be talking plenty stuff, man. I'm like, Ninja, please. And I've learned through the years to smile it off, because you can't. You'll be amazed at whose head these guys could get in. Just because somebody is a manager or a supervisor or this or that does not mean that those guys are incapable of getting in their heads. I've seen them do it. I've seen them do it. Like I told y'all about the story where I had to tell somebody, man, that dude is a bum. And I don't even like doing that to people and saying that. But to me, what makes a person is a bum is not trying. You don't try to stay out of trouble and to do good in life, you're a bum. You're a loser. If you try and fail, you're not a loser. You just got to keep trying. You're a loser when you stop trying. So these guys be losing in life and be trying to talk about other people. They'll talk about your hair. They'll talk about everything about you. That's what's crazy. Which brings me to the next thing. You got to get good at ignoring people. People trying to talk down on you, trying to hold. Like, let's say it take one person 3 days to learn something. It take another person 3 weeks to learn something. Is that person that take 3 days better than the person that take 3 weeks? Of course not, because they will, if you go to another category, it'll be the flip. And I heard one of my lieutenants say that. He was saying, you'll be amazed. That person, I'm sure, is better at some things than you. And that's the truth. But the narcissism in society don't want to allow people to know that's the truth. Now let's get to do's and don'ts while driving black. Do's and don'ts while driving black. I be doing some of the don'ts. And I gotta stop because they start bothering me. I'm gonna be looking stupid. Don't not get all your brake lights, all your flashers, all your headlights fixed. Get them all fixed. So they won't have no reason to mess with you. Next thing, make sure your tags is up to date. You get them taxes and your tags is expired, get them tags. Don't say nothing if they pull you over. And you got the money to get your tags up to date. Because that's the thing that's going to cause, like if he racist or he just looking for a fight, because let's be honest, some police officers, those are the cases. Even though it's way more good ones where I'm from than bad ones. You're going to give them a reason. Get your insurance. Get your insurance, then you won't have to lie. You won't have to be like, well, I don't have no proof of it on me. Well, do you have it? I haven't looked at it in a while. You don't got to do none of that if you got it. The next thing, do not argue with them. Be polite, be nice. Because I'm telling you, a lot of them will give you a warning, they'll let you go. You get to arguing with, they're going to be like, I'm finna show him. They've been told your car or anything. Do not argue with them. What I do is I be like, how can I help you today, sir? Well, the reason why I put, even though I hate when they do this, like, and when I see that, that's my pet peeve. Because that's the stance of a dude that's finna hop on bullcrap. And now I'm seeing football players do it. I'm like, oh man, I hate when people do that. So, just make sure you nice, you polite, even if you got to smile. You really don't have to smile. It's just, they're going to be going by your tone. Like, yes, sir. Would you rather be a tough guy and get a $1,000 ticket? Like, oh. These people dumb. Or would you, because I remember that time I was acting like a tough guy and I got an $863 ticket for something I didn't even do. Because I was like, He was trying to go back and forth with me, and it was making me mad, and I didn't respond right. And he gave me that. I said, man, how could I didn't do that. I ain't tell him, well, I was nodding off. I was asleep. That's why I ain't do it. I said, no, I didn't do that, what you're saying. And I'm arguing with him. And then I'm like, man, just give me the ticket, man. I know what you're trying to do. I should just, no, sir. I mean, I don't recall doing that, sir. He probably would have let me go because I'm acting like a tough guy. And I was cranky because I didn't want to wake up. I wanted to stay asleep. He made me pay the price. So don't argue with them and stay polite, man. You might get out. You'll be, okay, let me see how many times I done got pulled over. I done got pulled over 1, 2, 3, 4 times, like in the outlying areas. Menominee Falls, even Menominee Falls let me go. Notice I put an even on them because they, man, listen. I got pulled over in Waukesha. He said I had a light out at the top, which I do. I didn't even know. But you see what I mean? Now I'm finna get the light fixed, but the light should have been fixed. So, but I ain't argue with him. I was like, I forgot I even had a light up there, and we both kind of laughed. I said, I forgot I heard a little fat self. She could have let me go. Everybody else was letting me go. Sitting up there looking like a hot air balloon. I don't even like talking about people, but still. Looked like a pink hot air balloon. She had on a pink shirt. But anyway. So, I ain't argue with him. He let me go. And it's crazy because I was right where I needed to go and he was wasting my time. Like I was doing a delivery and he came up behind me and pulled me over. And I didn't argue with him. So I got out of it. That's what y'all need to do more. Listen, a lot of people have died at the hands of police officers because sometimes it was the police officer doing too much. Sometimes it was them doing too much. That's just a fact. But you already know, especially you in them backwoods down south, man, you better not argue with them. Oh, yes, sir. I'm sorry about that, sir. You end up in some Mississippi burning type stuff. So what I need you to do, Jeffro, I need you, Jeffro, to hide the body. You don't want that to be you. Yes, sir. Yes. Sorry, sir. You ain't no punk. Listen, man, money, when it comes to money, you need to soften up sometimes. Instead of, like I said, that ticket, I'm going to have to pay it. No matter how many times I try to go to court or this, that, I'm going to have to pay them tickets. I might as well say tickets. That dude hemmed me up. I said, man, ain't nobody trying to hear. Man, just give me the ticket. Roar. But anyway,